bottom of the mountain.
Slope drop down and now here we have today, you may note the turquoise color in Alder Lake as a result of what that sediments have north.
Okay, here we are. Second day in the park. We just got off of the Mount Rainier train ride. We decided to come into the park and take a hike or two after the train ride. We're on the, not sure how you pronounce it, Kautz Creek Trail. Kautz Trail, something like that. So it's a couple miles. Not sure what we're going to see. I guess the creek. So we'll get back with you.
Did you bring Dave with you?
Oh yeah, Dave's here too. I've always got Dave with me. He's my mechanic, my driver, my chef, my Mr. Fix-It, among other things. Okay, I think we made it to the creek. Well, as far as we're going to go anyway.
Same with the rest of
Because we ain't going down that part of the trail. I don't have good insurance, so we decided that wouldn't be a good idea. But we made it this far. It's a mile to this point. So we got a mile back. But it has been a beautiful, beautiful hike. perfect weather for it. What time is it?
4:25.
Yeah, it's like 4:25 in the afternoon. Nice cool breeze. Absolutely beautiful. So now we gotta head back. We'll see you on the next hike.
All right, we're going on this 0.4 mile trip through the Twin Firs. So it's going to loop us right back to our truck. Once again, it's the 11th of July. And if you like seeing us do these hikes, like and subscribe. And leave a couple comments about our camera work or our editing or what you want to see us cooking next. So let's go.
Okay, here's the trail.
I'll walk behind you, Darlene.
Okay, you do that. In case there's bears.
Yeah. There's a plaque up here that says something. Let's see what it says. It says no dogs, no bikes,
Yeah, yeah.
no fire.
That's one thing, you can't take any dogs on these trails in this park. Well, we haven't seen any trails that you can take dogs on, so if you have a dog...
And if you come up this trail, go left, don't go right.
Yeah, go left. We've just been told some other people did the trail and they went to the right.
And it dead ends in the
It
forest.
just goes into the forest. So this is just a simple little easy
But as you see, there's a log across there.
trail to see some of the big trees, as if we haven't seen enough big trees. We've been to the sequoias, we've been to the redwoods, but we like trees. So we'll see you later on the trail. Yeah, that's the thinker, right?
Look at that tree there, Dar. Follow it up to the top. It's still living.
Wow. That's up there.
All these great big things are still living. Except for that one. Sorry, bud.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I hear water. There's a little miniature waterfall.
Look at these berries over here.
Oh yeah. Pretty neat.
There's dragonflies flying all around your head.
Is there? It's just trail. I love a trail like
Twin
this.
Firs. Twin Firs Trail. Mount Rainier.
This is really neat.
Oh,
Huh?
look at this big giant cable here.
What's that for?
That's from when they used to pull the trees out of here years ago. They left the cable in here.
Wow. Boy, that's a disaster. Look at that.
It was one of those things, they used to log it way up there in the 40s, and they left their cable laying here.
Huh.
That's how they'd get the trees out.
Another miniature waterfall and bridge. Oh, they have steps over there.
Mm-hmm. Mother Nature, baby.
You know, most of these parks we go to, you don't even have to be a hiker to see a lot of beautiful stuff. They have little hikes that are paved. They have all different kind of hikes that anybody can go on.
You just got to be able to lift your feet up over
Yeah.
the roots.
So you don't have to be a hiker. Speaking of that, lift your feet up, Dave, to see some of this beautiful stuff. A lot of parks even have a lot of wheelchair accessible.
And this just had a little tiny sign that said
Yeah.
Twin Firs. The ranger told us we need to come see this to see the old growth, you know, the stuff
Yeah.
that's not been harmed or touched.
Now, when you come to these national parks, I mean, this is what we do. The first day we get here, we usually pull in with the camper, get it all set up.
Not at a national park, but
No, we don't
we
normally.
stay at RV parks outside.
At the
now.
RV park. And then we, once we get our RV all set up, then we'll head to the closest visitor center
Before they close.
before they close. And that's where we get our maps, our hiking information. And we always talk to one of the rangers before we do anything, just to find out, you know, what the best hikes are, if it's something we can do, or if it's something that's too hard for us.
There's the sun trying to peek through.
But they are always a wealth of information.
And he recommended this, otherwise
Yeah,
we'd drove right
he
by.
recommended this and marked it on our map, or I mean, we probably would have never stopped here because it's just a little pull-off area. But they know what they're doing. That's why we always stop and talk to them first. All right, see you later.
That one, the description would be the other one.
So this is Christine.
Christine Falls.
Christine
Not Rainier. Well, it's the Rife life, and it's 4:40. Got up at 3 o'clock this morning because we're 2 hours from the Sunrise Visitor Center at Mount Rainier from our RV park. So we want to get there before you need a reservation, which is a 7. And we got a jam-packed full day today, and it's Friday. So wear your red on Friday to support the troops. Spoiler alert, we about ran over an elk last night coming home because we didn't get home till like 10:30. Did a train ride yesterday, but anyway, we got a lot of hikes, a lot of waterfalls to see today. We brought a whole bunch of food with us. I'm going to stop up here at a little store that the guy says he starts making breakfast at 4:30, so I'm going to get me a little something. So like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff that you do when you're sitting there watching TV. Grab a bag of chips, hit the like button, and we'll see you on the trail. Okay, it's Rife Life. It's 6:35. We made it to Sunrise Visitor Center. We wanted to get through the fee collection gate before 7. So we did, and we were going to do a couple hikes up here, but it's 40 degrees up here, and we got shorts on. So I'm going to eat some goodies that I brought and stare at the east side of Mount Rainier, which is right outside our window. And we're going to go down to Paradise side and Longmire side and see some waterfalls. But it's a little chilly, so you ain't going to see no trails at sunrise.
Okay, so here's the top of Christine Falls. We hiked up the hill to get to the top of it. Not sure, maybe half mile up, straight up the hill to get to the top of this waterfall. That at the bottom is where we were at last night, and it was Christine Falls. But there's a short trail, of course it's all uphill, to get up here to see where Christine Falls is coming out of the mountain. And then last night we were down at the very bottom. We hiked to the bottom of it and took some pictures. This is we're on the bridge that crosses over it, so you can look over top. Pretty neat. So that's the road down there that we drove over top of Christine Falls and then hiked down to the bottom of it. There's a little pull off and you hike down to the very bottom. We did that last night. Okay, so now we're hiking to Carter Falls. And this is one of the oddest trails we've ever been on. We're crossing, looks like some kind of dried up river creek, river.
This is all deposits from the glacier runoff when it was at its mightiest, and it spread all these rocks everywhere, and
So
placed them all here. And we're walking through a bunch of river rock that come from that Mount Rainier glacier up there a million years ago.
So this is a little different for us.
So it's the first time I've ever walked on rocks at the same age as I am.
We'll see you later on down the trail.
So Squally comes down and dumps into the paradise, and then it goes up.
So here's a piece of our trail. We got to go across that. But we're not sure if we're going to actually see a fall. But we're going to head that way. Across there. See you on the other side. Okay, we made it to the other side and up those rocks. Now we're going to try to see if there is truly a fall out here, because everybody we've come across says they haven't found it. So we'll see. Okay, here we go. Uphill for probably the next quarter mile.
Yeah.
Straight uphill here. But we're right along the river, so nice and cool. So we'll see you when we make it, if we make it. Here we are. We finally made it. And there's Dave. He's a sweating.
When you're hiking to a place like this, don't even bother asking people how much further it is.
No.
They have no idea.
And that is why we didn't meet anybody that really made it or really knew where it was at, because it was 1.1 mile here past the log bridge. Yeah, the little footbridge, log bridge that we came across. So everybody else was turning around because they didn't see it.
And some people were coming from other places
trails,
and
yeah.
had no idea when
Yeah.
they passed this.
So this is Carter Falls. So I'm glad we made it.
I think there's another one above us called
Yeah.
Metcalf Falls.
Somebody did tell us that there was
little bit
another
further.
one a little bit further, so we might try to do that one. But it was 1.1 from that little footbridge that went across the roaring water
Yeah, the paradise.
to here.
River.
So total from the parking lot was maybe 1.25, maybe something like that. So that's why nobody was finding it. They were turning around too soon.
Not marked very well. It
Yeah.
doesn't say you're almost there. It doesn't say halfway through.
There's no mile markers at all. No markers on the trail till you get up here. We'll see it on the next one. Okay, here's the next one on up from Carter. We think it's Metcalf.
There's no signage, but if you got all trails, it tells you. The boy down the road there said he thought it was Metcalf. Of course, we don't have signal because we got AT&T. I don't want to call anybody out or anything. Some people will have service here, like the T-Mobile and Verizon.
It's really pretty. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's not as pretty as my hiking partner, but it'll do.
Oh yeah. Little shed.
Darlene's gonna go across the footbridge. Rainier National Park, Longmire Museum. If you're cramping for a stamping, this is the place to be. Day 3 in the park. doesn't.
Oh, that's the anniversary one. I didn't pay attention. This one says Longmire. It's the same as that. Oh, that says the 21st.
Instead of the 12th.
Yep. Somebody didn't do it right.
I think we can do that tomorrow. I mean, I think we can add that to us, if we leave in the morning.
Hey, good afternoon. I just giving you a call while I have a little bit of signal.
That's all. Okay, here we are, the Trail of the Shadows. Last trail, or last day around Mount Rainier National Park. This is one of the cabins from the Longmire people. In the 1800s, he was venturing out and exploring, and when he was 63 years old, Mr. Longmire climbed Mount Rainier, and he had a little encampment down here, and his horses run off from him, and he found his horses at this mineral spring. Had sulfur, minerals, all kinds of stuff. So he got all excited and told his family he found his fortune. So people would come here from miles around and use the mineral springs and the sulfur baths. So they built a little hotel, a bunch of these cabins and tents. They charge people $8 a week to come here and have the treatment in mineral springs, sulfur baths, and you know, they made a living on that for a while, and all their kids. And it went on till I don't know how long, but in the 1920s they sold the place, and shortly after that, well, you know, it became a national park. So this is the 5th national park to be made. And then you see down here on the right is some of these sulfur baths just coming out of the ground. So they put these rocks around it, and it sort of resembles a toilet to me. People sitting in it, but they would just get up here and sponge yourself off into the sulfur. It's supposed to be medicinal, and they made a 60-mile trail from his house, 60 miles away, to here, and people came down that trail just to do this, and paid $8 a week to stay here, rub this water all over, and sit in it. And then it started declining when other businesses started coming around because Mount Rainier was getting so popular, and that was that. But the Longmires, they built the place, they found the place, they climbed the mountain. So we're gonna go see what all is off the rest of this trail, and we'll get back to you at the end of it.
Okay, here's the end of our trail. Our last trail of the day, on our last day in Mount Rainier. And there's the National Park Inn now that they have built. It's really cute. And there's a little gift shop. We're gonna head over there, check it out, and head back to the RV because we're pooped. We've been up since 3 o'clock, and it's what, 2:30 now, Dave?
It's 20 till 2.
20 till 2. So we're pooped. We're heading back to the RV.
Okay folks, here we are with the Rife life. I'm out here cooking, but last night we got home from the Rainier National Park. We got here about 11 o'clock last night. It was about 10:30, and we're sitting in the camper cooling down, and the whole thing shook. A big rumble, you know, like when we're in West Virginia, it's like if somebody's shooting or something, you know, like shooting dynamite or whatever. Anyway, Darlene looks it up this morning. There was a 3.5 quake at 11 o'clock last night. It was an earthquake. And we're here in Tatamapan RV Park. It's a big park. It's owned by the Tacoma Power Company. But anyway, we went through an earthquake last night. That thing's been through worse than that. So I want to show Barb and Chuck what we're cooking up here. Gracie, you can watch too. But this is the ribeye that they donated to the Rife Life on my smoker. So it's looking good. We got some broccoli with some Rife Life loving on it. And we got some peppers, onions, and mushrooms. We're going to have us a feast because today was our third day in the park. We went and did a bunch of hikes. So that's it. I just wanted to update you about the earthquake. We're okay. I didn't know if everybody's worried about it, but there you go. Rife Life out. The National Park Service, this is called a tree hugger. See, what happens is these two trees get married, but this one's a lot older than the other one. So he's sickly and losing his hair and everything. So the wife, which is much younger, she's hugging around him, making sure he doesn't fall. That's what good women do. So that's enough wisdom for right now.
That's awesome, Dave. You are so intelligent. That is pretty neat, though. It looks like the branches are just hugging the tree.
See, they're everywhere. There's another one here. This is a younger couple. Over here.
They're younger?
They're younger. He's not failing yet, but she's getting the idea that she needs to start grabbing hold
She's starting to get ready for
before
it.
he starts spreading his seed somewhere else. See, this guy's a bachelor. He's on his own.
Yeah, this guy's all alone.
There's another one.
Now you don't have anybody to hold on to his trunk.